Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're going to check out We Can Work It Out by the Beatles. Looking forward to this. This is a song that was recorded during the Rubber Soul sessions, I believe, and it came out as a non album single along with Day Tripper. I have reacted to Day Tripper as well. Now I wanted to check this out because I have finished reacting to Rubber Soul song by song. I've now done the first 6 albums by the Beatles. That's on Patreon. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment if you are interested in that. So, about to start on Revolver. Very excited for that. It's been an amazing journey. It really, really is. They definitely made a big impact on not only the channel and stuff, but just my life. Yeah. All right. I hear this song. One of my patrons told me this is one. Sometimes you have the Lennon McCartney partnership, and sometimes it's primarily Lennon or primarily McCartney. And there's a few songs where it's more of a mix. I hear this one is more of a mix. They really have their own parts in the song, right? Ooh, all right, man, that's cool.
Try to see it my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can go on? While you see it your way, run the risk of knowing that our love may soon be gone. We can work it out. We can work it out. Think of what you're saying. You can get it wrong and still you think that it's alright. Think of what I'm saying. We can work it out and get it straight or say goodnight. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime. So I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime. So I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out.
Oh. Is that an accordion there or harmonium or something that's in there? Really nice. Oh, God. What a great song. This works so well for a relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, the Lennon McCartney partnership, the Beatles, just as brothers in arms, as friends, as group members, band members, you know, just a relationship. There's almost like they're almost like warning us. It could soon be over, right? Our love soon may be gone here. Wow, uh, really great stuff. Um, Paul's double track vocals. You hear his pure voice, but in the second track, that little grain that he also has, that rock and roll level in his voice as well, and you put them together, such a full sound, so much texture to it. And then like in the part where John comes in singing as well, the mood of the song shifts as well, but their voices sound so great together. It's such a pleasure to listen to. You feel like you're listening to some epic. Of course, this is with a lot of hindsight and knowledge and their impact and stuff. It's hard to keep that out, right? But of course, they were already doing just fine in that era when they came out, right? I heard they were pretty successful. That's a joke, of course. That Beatlemania was in full frenzy. Um, yeah, awesome. And it blends that, optimism that you find in a lot of McCartney lyrics. And then that part where, hey, you know what? Life's very short and for fussing and fighting, my friend. Uh, you can hear that realism that Lennon has. I'm not going to say the P word. There's no pessimism in here. It's more realism. But I used to be that way as well. I said I was a realist, but I was more of a pessimist, back in the day. Back in my day. Yeah, I love that mix. And it's great. Then, we'll have to, just the way when that line comes on and Paul is looking at John like, I'm talking about you, fella. I'm just reaching here, maybe. And then John is like, he's smiling. Come on, man. We're gonna talk about the lines and what I think of it too. But this is I love the Beatles, man.
Work it out. Life is very short, and there's no
Come on.
time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime. So I will ask you once again.
There it is, the question.
Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way,
Look, he looks
there's a
at
chance
it.
that we might fall apart before too long. We can work.
There's a chance we might fall apart before too long. You saw that little look at him, and then you see John go like, maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know, but it was funny to me. It was such a great song, man. And yeah, you have that question. You know what? Try to see it my way. And then while you see, you're seeing it your way right now. Try some empathy over ego, right? Try to see it from my perspective before you just go around with your way, because it might be wrong, right? And if you just put the blinders on and not try to, you know, empathize and put yourself in the other person's position, maybe it's not going to work. It's not going to work out because we're running the risk that our love may be gone, or maybe we can try to work it out this way if we try to see it from each other's point of views, which is really nice. And yeah, life is short. There's really no time for fussing and fighting, right? So let's. I'm going to ask you once again. I'm going to ask you once again, and time will tell. Time will tell if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, but in a romantic relationship, definitely very wise words. But in any kind of relationship, this is such great writing, and it's you can almost feel the mood shifting when John comes in. You know, so you hear that in the lyrics, you hear that in the music, you hear that in the vocals. What a great uh mix of their of what they stand for. So good. So good. Uh I'm looking forward to Revolver. I'm gonna start this very, very soon. People have been raving about that one too, but I really, really enjoyed Help. I tremendously enjoyed Rubber Soul. I was reading Brian Wilson's book by the Beach Boys, right? And he mentioned Rubber Soul to him is the best album ever. At the time he wrote that line, of course, you know, opinions can change on that. I did react to Pet Sounds as well on Patreon. Oh, what a journey. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate it. And if you want more Beatles, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.